like he's typically the one that you go to and say, Reaps, go kill, Noodle, go kill. But it's like, where's that team synergy that we see from a lot of the top teams at Six Invitational? That's what's missing for Joel. As for Unwanted,
the double door, it is stacked up, waiting, holding, patient, but the support comes across and it's nothing that Giveni cannot stop. Gets the down onto the second as well, but that will be the end. There is the Deimos, the power from underneath, but as Hoven is found, and one more by Dream, it leaves just the Deimos on the wrong floor.
Yeah, poor old Noodle by himself. Started well in this round. He's found 2 kills, but everyone else unable to win their battle. Leaves him by himself. Needs the ace as well to actually salvage it for Joel. We've seen 1v3s on border plenty of times, but 40 seconds, it's going to be quite difficult. Hasn't cleared out the site. It should be a formality finish for the round for Unwanted, and a good start as well on border defense. Noodle making the most of it as he makes the entry in towards officers, tries to clear out the right side corner, but no. Adam is just a little bit sharper.
These players to where they are, to rebuilding themselves in, there's so much fire, I think, is the difference between these two teams. Unwanted are playing like they've got something to prove, and there is the first 2 proven. On and Giveni find one apiece here. It's a spray down.
A lot of time to work with either. They drop with the drone. Into bathroom goes Reaps. Needs to find the next kill. Leader does get one, and Reaps successful as well inside the bathroom. That allows the vault over now for Ventilus through Talons, but he will lose his life. And just like that, Unwanted will make it a 2-0 start despite a last ditch.
That sort of trade-off, right? Especially when you've got people like Giveni who's popping off to the level that they are. More than happy to lean into the gunfights. More kills than the entirety of his opponents over the opening 2 rounds. Dream does get called out by Leader. Except to find his second for the map itself and the entry statistic into their favor. But with 30 seconds left, now without waiting, that patience and that building has to come to push here. Noodle with the sledge is just trying to creep his way closer and closer towards the double door, but as Mentalist gets caught out and the kid is dropped cold, the grenades are going to have to be a little bit more frantic. There's a swing right onto his shoulder. They don't quite net the kill, but they've surrounded the sledge. Should be an easy pickup. Noodle takes a lot of damage, but with 9 seconds, he couldn't even make it to the side if he wanted. Hoven finds Spirits in the same time. They throw themselves in with the kit to try and stick the plant, but Adam getting one more. Can he get the cover of Reaps? That was round the back. They got the planter. Pressure from underneath, it makes things stickier. Moves away at the perfect time. A game of cat and mouse might be answered with a shotgun through the wall. No reveal, the C4 prematurely thrown. There it is, and Noodle finally finds the end, but Hodden did a great job at baying so much time. Now with the verticality, they can try and go for the plant, but the impact, I mean, instantly removed it. He turned his back. He expected there to be no cover, but there always is. You've got to juggle utility in that position.
Yeah, you do, and that's Diffuser. While in a not so awful position out in the open, and that's a 1-for-1 trade. Probably not what Joel needs right now. At least Leader getting one back. Umine taken out. 10 seconds remaining, so not a lot of time here for Joel. They have to just send it in quickly, but Adam's in a great spot. Tucked in on the offer side. 3-4 seconds left in the round means that for Joel, this one is looking done. It's 4-0 to Unwanted. Ran completely out of time. The disruption again from...
Look at the reaction of the players at the end of that round. That's the sort of sign more than anything. They seem defeated. They feel like they're already thinking about being home in their beds. You gotta keep that fire and ferocity, and here it is.
Solo push, but it's a good push from Hoven on the Blackbeard. He feels comfortable enough to just send himself in. Catches out Adam, who's been great. That's only his first death through 4 rounds now into the 5th, and he finally does go down. So does Giveni as well, and so with that, it's a 2-player advantage now for Joel. This is a round in which you must secure. There should be no world that Unwanted get back into this, and Leader will make sure of it. 5-on-2, Joel finally able to win some of their picks early on. We heard them say, let's pick up the pace. And they've done that in the early portion of this round. They don't look as scared. They're going for these picks a little bit earlier. They look far more direct, and everyone looks on the same page with the same idea. We're trying to be aggressive. We're trying to get some picks. You get them now into sight. Easy plant, pretty much uncontested, and the round's over.
Yeah, a bit late with the Tachanka there to try and stop the plants with the Shimmick launcher, but 2 versus 5, and this is probably as good as locked in. There's a down player outside the window, but you know, the post plant isn't the most impossible. There's almost a take there, but Leader gets the triple. And Spirits, 3 more players to try and cut through. One's coming around the top of him. The grenade will make things, well, over, actually.
Wrong reasons. If you are hot and cold, taken down at 1 HP, Hoven continuing to get aggressive as he makes his way momentarily over towards Bathroom. Spirits, though, does get the opening kill onto Reaps, shuts down one of the top gunners when it comes to Team Joel. How does hot and cold win that battle against Hoven on such low health for such a long period of time? The pressure flips back the other way, despite Joel making the contact to begin with. It's Unwanted.
The smoke coverage is attempted. Not quite able to actually shut it out, and they'll be able to pull a plant off against it. Now it's going to be a 4 versus 2 close down. It's still awkward to get out of, as proven by Mentalist. Noodle finds one, but he's spinning in circles, just trying to find a direction to look for the next. He has a long watch here. It just has to be a coordinated take back here from Unwanted. Make sure they don't just give them the full opportunity. They are on the defuse. Surely there'll be a read and a kit. There's an attempt onto one. They're spraying through to the next, and they at least get it. Down to the pistol here, Noodle. He's going for the close fight. On the detention, he gets the quad, but almost a huge moment. Spirits is able to find it with the end.
Really should be in a very commanding position. Again, the most attacker-sided map of the tournament. Comfortable lead. Mentalist still unable to get a single kill in this match. That was one of the better opportunities. And Spirits has made his way deep into armor. He pulls out the gun, puts the shield away, and therefore loses his life. Finally, Reap starting to activate on the defense, finds 3 critical kills. One back, though, by Atom is so crucial for Unwanted to stay in this round. And with Hoven's death and the plant going down from hot and cold, this suddenly becomes a very winnable moment for Unwanted, and he successfully gets the kid onto the floor, but a kill from Noodle. Noodle and Leader, the old classic duo versus hot and cold in the post-plant retake.
They went for a bit of a risky play there. Instead of stopping the kit, they wanted to try and get the cover on themselves and CC, and it's worked, but let's see if it's at the right cost. Hotten's been able to get himself back into the ground here. It is so quiet, so tentative, just seeing if they can get that first little inroad. They slip on by, and the cover is there. They're going for the defuse. Hotten has to put the pressure in, but they pull off the grenade. But is it? No, it's not going to stop the plant, but Noodle didn't hold on. Round on the Beeper's door, and he pulls himself away. He's out of time. Hot and cold! Wow. He's still hot! Oh boy, that difference between Dream and Mentalist throughout this game, right? We paid a lot of compliments towards Dream, how he's been playing, but at the same time, as he gets killed off and I mention it, but at the same time, because the team is working...
Well, there's another one though, but like this is the statistic that I just brought up. Joel getting the opening kills has actually been a common theme so far here on Border, yet they find themselves 1-6 down. This is where Unwanted have actually shown really good perseverance, where it's like, we don't just panic at the first sight of losing somebody. And there's that response from Hot and Cold with just a smidge over 1 minute remaining. They bring it back to 4 versus 4. Mentalist once again in the bin. Now they go for the smoke plant inside of Talers with the Montang, getting it down successfully. Spirits will do just that. Reaps finds a very important kill onto Atom here as Joel are looking to just keep this map alive, but the Montang in the corner, Hot and Cold outside in the alleyway. This is still going to be fascinating, but Spirits dies to the Nitrocell, and with that, it's a 1v4.
There is no way they can lose this. That I will say out loud. There's 1, there's 2, there's almost 3, but they're going to stick it. No! It was closer! It was closer!
So, I mean, that is actually a very good statistic to have, but they've just never been able to actually capitalize. Lovely vert hold from Holfin, though, shuts down Cavini, and that's going to be another resounding advantage to begin the round. 5-on-3, somewhat similar to the previous round. Joel just starting to get a little bit more of that fire in the belly, get a bit more aggressive. The push up though from Spirits, looking on the wrong way, on the wrong side, and Reaps will get the free kill with the Vector. And coming up now behind is Atom late here, top metal stairs. And again, similar to the previous round, it's that 4v2. It's that damage done already by Joel, where they've solidified a very strong advantage. Good kill onto Hot and Cold. And Joel, well, okay, a little bit late into the party, but they've made their arrival here on Border.
Drone is removed by the impact, almost hit their own castle there anyway. They're just waiting for the stress and the pressure. Hotten does find Mentalist. There is the first kill, the entry, the curse finally broken for the side of Unwanted here. Reap suffers a bit of a scrape, but Hoven steps in, gets 1. Can he get the second? He knows it's a fight. He should win with the super shotty, but it's Spirits that at least trades it out. However, the ace, the Selma's gone on a site that probably does have a lot of requests and requirements for your hard breach. Have they utilized it, Spirits? Pops himself down to waiting, but the only thing awaiting Noodle was death. 3 versus 2, a minute for them to cook with here. If they wanted a round to be able to push over the edge into Cafe, this is the best opportunity so far.
Yeah, so down to Reaps and Leader, 2 players still standing, but the Montaigne you just know is going to be probably the biggest thorn in their side of having to deal with that. 1 impact grenade. They're going to have to find a way to get a little bit fortunate here. Maybe a mistake or an error, a misfoot from Unwanted. Otherwise, down a player with a shield in your face. You've got the death mark activated as well. Onto Reaps' position, who's already at half health. Now he has to worry about down below. The pressure immediately onto him. But Reaps enters back by getting the kill onto the Montaigne. And with that kill, changes the course of this round and the way it may conclude. Still the diffuser in the hands of Dream. He goes swinging around Armory, looking for the battle against Reaps, who's made his way somehow back on up to stay alive. No, dead, taken down, finally was so low for so long, but time runs out on Unwanted. Joel hanging on by quite literally.
Has the Vigil, the Monty. It's not your standard, not your traditional band set. That is, as Army is. In fact, Unwanted bands are very much.
Yeah, not ideal as well when hot and cold, quite low on health. Ooh, Nitrocell from Leader does land onto Atom, and so that gives the advantage back over to Joel, as they, of course, had the original opening kill. Nitrocell again placed. Hasn't exploded, 30 seconds left into the round, and I think Unwanted are still just desperately seeking for another kill before they make their way towards the site. Hot and cold posturing with that diffuser in hand. On the reading side of the map. It's just running out of time, though, and they've spent far too long seeking and hoping that they could find another kill for free before they had to push in towards reading. Finally, they do get one, but it may be too little too late until the headshot lands. And then again from behind, clears out Hoven, pushing in from Pillar. Leader by himself, and he's up above and forced to drop down. You've got to get the kit onto the floor, though. Can Dream play the cover? The Guardian watching for Cavani to get it down tonight.
They're able to pull 2 attacks and 2 defenses, so they've been able to make a top team bleed. They have the possibilities. The Blackbeard in and on the ground, and Dream removed immediately by a C4, but a crossfire makes sure that they don't get an advantage with the bodies. Mentalist, though, finds Hot and pops up, finds his first couple of kills on this map. Top of red, and it seems like Mentalist is going to try and stop it. Has the C4, but also now has a Blackbeard. It's being pinged ahead of him. He's going to pull away as Leader gets down inside the site as well. Mentalist caught out. They're going for the plant. They have a second. It's a shotgun fight. You've got to win. There's the pop round. It's a 2 versus 1, technically. He's almost caught out, just getting himself closer into position. The Blackbeard is outside, though. As I said, they're a great shield team. They don't need the trade as of that moment. Great adaptation. Almost checked inside the coat room, but they're actually going to tuck themselves around because, well, they still have control of the space. Nobody is breaking the bottom of the stairs. Here's the first swing. Houghton finds Leader in the second. It's an execute across the border. Spirits is in a scrappy fight as well, but it's all coming up Unwanted here. They needed to execute quickly. There's the trade out. They're inside the site, but Mentalist is holding down with the cold kit. 15 seconds, but he's in a very, very tricky situation. He's trying to slip away. The blinds are coming through. He's doing his best to stop them. He can't quite get the fleeing player, but he needs to win this 1 versus 1. He's blinded out the back. Cavani's just covering as he needs to do. Well played. 4 points and stay on 4 points. Technically, Joel could make something happen, but Mentalist has Mentalist. I was going to talk about this in a second, but we'll break it down because the action has already exploded. The swing round towards the top of White Stairs, 2 versus 4. Becomes a 1 versus 4, becomes Noodle all alone. There's at least one of the other shields removed, but as the E1D pops out and the tracker and the call, oh my god, this hurts me. Flash is coming round on towards the corner of 90. They're just trying to dig the player out, but the plant is being secured on the dining table as well. There's no pressure, no stress. They're behind the bomb chassis, no stopping this one. Another pop of the E1D, and they just muscled their way into the round, into the building.
Well, they just weren't ready for it. I don't even think we were ready for it.
No.
A Mentalist was caught napping over towards Train. He's like, wait, what are you doing in there? Hot and Cold's already into sight. The power of the Blackbeard, and then he got that kill as well. I think it was onto Leader. They ended up trading each other, but that was still 2 kills on the entry for Hot and Cold. I mean, you're playing Blackbeard, you get 2 kills on the entry. That's job done.
Nitpicking the plays when at this point the plays are already exploding in. They're inside the site. They're about to hit a man in a train. He doesn't even know he's on cams. Oh no! There's Adam on the top of White Stairs looking for the next fight, but he gets dropped by Leader. At least stops them temporarily, but as the Blitz is trying to just scream his way towards it, they do still technically have control of one of the sites. Will they try and rotate that kit round to it? At the minute, Gaveni's able to lock off one more. Reaps is watching and waiting for Dream, trying to enter on towards Pillar. The Blitz blinds the player who just gets out of there, fair enough, but they're still inside the site. Reaps dropped down, spins the player, but there it is, locked out. It was another...
The North teams, you know, like, can have their moment, then the South and back.
I think it's tougher for... You know, APAC as a whole, obviously you and I have been with it for a long time. As the hop out comes round, there's at least one. Not enough Claymores, but they almost had the second followed through. The Blackbeard was on watch, and is this going to be an instant response on towards Cocktail, on towards Top White, and they are in and off to the races, but Reaps and Mentalist are deciding that they don't want to run the race just yet.
They looked far more prepared for the unwanted rush attack that they've been doing over the last 2 rounds. That was better from Joel. As long as they don't throw it from here, because Reaps, of course, still on the floor, finished off by Gaveni, and now becomes... Is he aware that Mentalist is inside of Freezer? I think he's going to have to... Oh, he will! Mentalist just waltzes out of what felt like a little bit of a safe haven for him. Hot and Cold taking on Leader in a 1 versus 1. Red ping information, all too easy for Leader. It's the second clutch from him so far on Cafe. He is a big... Mentalist gets a free plant. You had 3 Nitro Cells available. No one contesting that whatsoever, and Joel can now set themselves up for a pretty decent post plant run out successful from Gaveni. Finds his second in the round coming out of Pillar, but Hoven able to answer back with the elimination of Hot and Cold, keeping Joel in a pretty good position. Doubles down with that one onto Spirits. It's a bit of a whip shot from Gaveni, battling towards Train, but he finishes it off and now looks to stick for the counter to Fuse. Coming up White Stairs late here is going to be Hoven Dream, throwing his body to just try and...
With Spirits, who isn't too far away, I say that as he drops down on towards Pillar and rotates out from Reaps. Well, they're just sort of chasing Ghost. Spirits finds Noodles, slips his way all the way down, and suddenly who they were hunting on the top floor is gone. Hoven, though, he's round the back of the mirror, but cannot quite save the Blitz, but does save either side of the White Stairs. A 3 versus 3. They have to recollect that kit, though, that's at the top of the stairs and try and make something happen with it.
Yeah, they got time, though. Not a full rush, 30 seconds, plenty of time to retrieve that diffuser. I think they've just got to send either... probably Leader going back up and get it. That's where he is at the moment. Bar collects it. Hoven with the 3rd kill of the round. So while they spent time to actually go and get that diffuser, Hoven pushes forward, gets the kill onto Adam. Now, leaves still Hot and Cold alive, and he's got a Nitro Cell in his hand that he very well could still have a very impactful moment with through from the freezer hatch. And this yellow ping gives him the information. Does it find a kill? No. Leader stays alive. Steps on the goo mine, has to stick the plant inside of the smoke, and there is still a chance that this could get denied. Dream inside of mining. Reaps doing everything possible to deny, but through the wall and shot through the heart. They deny.
This map, especially the pressure from the soft destruction with 30 seconds, it feels like it's shaping itself up to be a throw it in on towards the freezer and go for the plant, but with an Echo drone, with all the fire on the other side, I mean, I cannot really see this come together. The cover is lost. There's an Echo drone, almost entirely missed. Noodle steps into where Reaps was dropped, taking the fight on the back of the bar, bouncing the nade round. Mentalist wants to just try and get in and stick it, but the second Echo drone has made its way around here. They need to get rid of it, but they got rid of Mentalist instead. Noodle finds Spirits, and at this point, I don't even think they can get in to where the kid is to get it picked up and put back down in time. Another fire pops here, and just the downing of the player outside and the time it took away from them.
That's when it all just falls apart, and we're looking for a flank, a retake up above. Atom from top red. Noodle, though, watching. Wary of the fact that they wanted to go and get some pressure onto this top floor. Still has red ping information as well onto Hot and Cold. Trying to play the close angle, trying to be that nuisance. They've got players on site still, but ultimately Joel definitely in a good position to extend this map of Cafe.
They have a moment here, a second with a body advantage or two that they can try and press at this point. The defenders are just trying to get a little pocket of space, and the coverage of the intel, the cutoff of the rotations, Hot, and he's able to dip out. He gets one. There's got to be a reaction from Reaps. You can't quite confirm the kill. He's shooting every which way, but they have 30 seconds to work with, and they do get Gaveni. So Reaps not sitting around, going to go for the plant, but there's the cover from above. Hoven. Now that's the Guardian Angel, leaving just Hotton with a single HP, but the work had been done
by hitting them with a counterpunch.
I think Unwanted are happy to let them sort of play against it. As I said, you know, They have some of these heavy setups, but as Dream finds
run out. He just got the, yeah, well, there you go. There's that counter punch straight away. Knows where they are. Goes for the run out, gets the kill. Does get traded as he's crossing back in towards the building and through sight. Logic bomb from Noodle. He's been so instrumental for this team throughout the series. 5-2 since the rehost. His final logic bomb. They have flashes, but they don't have a lot of time.
Ready and inside and outside immediately. Adam has the cover on Mentalist, and as these seconds tick away, there's got to be a bit of a sprint towards the kit. It's called by the Valk Cam, but the C4 is the end of it.